Hello everybody, welcome back, Starcraft 2, and I just got an achievement for watching a replay, but this is in the Southeast Asian server, so that's okay. And this replay is actually from the Southeast Asian server that I played on. Goat is obviously spawning in the top right hand corner. We have GOAT! Cheese, which is GOAT. With the, you can just kind of imagine there being a capital cheese spelled incorrectly with a Z. There. And then on the other hand of the bottom left hand corner we have poo cake. The best cake. It's a poo cake. If you're 13 and you have a really stupid mind. Okay, so the point is, this is an Adventures in Southeast Asian server, which I'll probably actually make a series out of. Yeah. And the thing is about it, I don't know if this is making a huge generalization, but for the most part, they do really weird things there. Like, I've played against some really skilled good things, and then I've also played against some things that are just like, what the heck? There's just no such thing as skill. And I scout this and I'm thinking, this is a Reaper opening, but usually the Reaper opening is over here, and not over here. So, you don't generally, like, this is not really enough information to go off of. So what I'm thinking is I'm going to get Reaper Expand. And what's happening on this side of the map is I am opening with this weird build that I made a long time ago versus Terran, and it is what I'm going to be going for. And I expand, I'm going to take my Twilight Council, and yeah, I actually don't have enough gateways, and I need to drop gateways like pronto, and I also need pylons and just all sorts of things. And I'm pretty much, like, I knew the Reaper was coming, so I put this pylon here to delay him so he wouldn't get as much scouting info, and then I can just get out my stalker and pretty much shut down the Reaper. But he gets that pylon, and so I just kind of leave this probe over here for the time being. And he's kind of vital, but not so much. Getting my Nexus here, it's always a good thing. I need to get gateways, need to get warp gate, and I really need to have the Cybernetics Core, or the Twilight Council, sorry, yesterday. What this guy's doing is he's doing a very weird 3-Rax rush. I've never seen a 3-Rax rush that only involves Marines. Generally, there's at least like reactors or tech labs on them. So yeah, double proxy pylon, really good, really much skill, you know. So he's actually, like, I was trying to click on that to cancel it, but I didn't quite get to it. And I was hoping that I'd be able to save this, but to no avail. Mothership Core just moves at not quite the fastest speed, and I knew I needed to kill off these Marines before they got the Nexus, but again, they got the Nexus, so just kind of depressing to sell it. That was decent micro, but again, to no avail on his side that time, and not mine. Only 2 Marines. He's going to get a few pot shots off on the Nexus, and then I'm pretty much going to shut down those Marines. Micro them, those 2 Marines to the best visibility, and I can just kind of warp in Stalkers. And look at this Templar Archives, which is part of my build, with just 2 gateways, which isn't quite optimal, but I did need to get that Nexus back, and I'm going to get my other 2 gateways here, because this build doesn't work one base. I've tried one basing this, and it just doesn't work. And now I do... sorry, still kind of sick. Which is part of why I haven't had many... uploads lately, is because of school. I've been busy, been sick, and yeah. And he's just going to kind of bunch up a bunch of Marines out here. Archon's pretty good. I'm not expecting this many Marines. But he is going to get this Archon. Not before this Archon puts in some serious work, though. I didn't quite see how many kills it got. It might have just only got 1, but it did get quite a bit of splash damage. And the rest of these can do pretty much, like, as long as I thin this Marine army a lot, I just don't have to deal with it. He is ahead in the supply by 6, but that's going to happen no matter what you do, no matter who you play. Protoss versus Terran, generally in the beginning they will be ahead in supply. Just because TOS units cost a bit more, they're a little bit more tanky, and it's just how it goes. So now I do have my natural expansion up, as does he. He pretty much caught up with killing that, but he caught up in macro, but he didn't really catch up in the sense of what is it? Tech. He didn't catch up in tech at all. What I'm doing here, I'm gonna hope that I force. Yep, he pulls all of his Marines back, and that's actually what I was hoping to do with these zealots here. And I did quite a bit of damage to that barracks. Of course, you know, it wasn't the most important thing. He does know this is here. I don't know if he's seen my other. He has seen my other pylon. Oh, now he sees it. Okay. So I do see those Marines there. I'm not quite sure if those are all of them, but as a matter of fact, now I do know, and we know they are. I'm not gonna get supply blocked, but it'll be kind of annoying, kind of dealing with that, and it's just how it goes. And now Storm on the way. Got to get my probes in the gas, you know, because obviously High Templar require quite a bit of gas. And he's going to scan here. He's going to see my High Templar. I'm not sure if he has the... Oh, geez, he's going to take a third base, like, right away. I feel like he was doing the staircase method. That actually, except for the only thing that makes that invalid, is this. This is the only thing that pretty much says he's not doing the staircase method. Maybe he tried to put his own little twist on it. I don't know. Really bad idea, because he's floating 1,000 gas, which kind of ruins the whole point of the staircase method. Gateway is going to get some more warp gates. Got my Robo's not quite on the way yet, but I know I get one. I'm almost fully saturated here. And he just kind of wants to have the mineral production to keep producing Marines here. And that he's producing off of 9 barracks right now. This is a lot of Marines. This is High Templar. These High Templar will eat these Marines for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. This is like scrambled eggs. Yeah, they're just scrambled eggs. Scrambled eggs and tomatoes. That's the analogy that's going down here. And this one, he's just the white part. The part that no one really likes, you know. Everyone's after that yolk. I don't know, maybe that's just my own preferences, but yolk's just better. And it was also kind of dirty. Alright, so he's got actually a 40 supply lead, but I want to see how fast that discrepancy will drop after like 2 storms. Marines relatively squishy compared to High Templar, and this is like one of those things where a build order is... I don't think I got the cancel there. Again, kind of bad on my part, but it happens. And I think he knows that he doesn't necessarily want to engage against these High Templar. There's a big enough gap to get these Archons out. I'm not quite sure if I want to bite yet. I know that I can just kind of walk over them with my Zealots, my Archons, and my High Templar. Like, I don't know exactly. I think there's enough for like 6 storms here. I think that's about exactly how much, but we don't really need 6 storms. We need... After that, those couple storm, I've already dropped this supply discrepancy down by 20. Now, he's producing off of 3 command centers for SCVs, so you gotta take that into account as well, and 9 barracks at a time. So he can kind of make that up really quickly, but I still have High Templar. That doesn't change the fact here that I can still storm another at least 4 times. And these Archons, they might actually die here. Maybe. That one's got 14 kills already. That one's got 8. And he just kind of GG's. And that's a build order deny, pretty much. I have a warp prism. I can keep warping in Zealots, and then probably more High Templar follow. I'm floating quite a bit, but I'm pretty sure this guy was probably like Silver League. He didn't necessarily play the most skilled game ever, but it was just interesting, and that's why I'm casting this, and I'm also kind of at a lack of content right now. I mean, look at that Zealot, man. You can see his bubbly shield, kind of like an egg. They're all really inside of eggs. They're kind of in cocoons, you know, like children. Oh, hey, look, that close-up on an observer. Alright, so before this gets really awkward and there's sexual jokes, I'm gonna leave. Good luck, have fun. Thank you all for watching. Replays, you know, the drill. Go replays, gmail.com. Alright, see y'all later.